Imagine a world where knowledge is locked away, accessible to only a privileged few. In such a world, knowledge is a treasure, concealed within the vaults of monasteries and royal courts, guarded by the skilled hands of scribes. These dedicated artisans painstakingly transcribe each word, each sentence, onto parchment, resulting in a high cost for books that few can afford. It's a time when knowledge is not a right, but a privilege. Now, picture a single invention unlocking this treasure for humanity. Enter Johannes Gutenberg and his revolutionary invention, the printing press. Born in the city of Mainz, Germany, around 1400, Gutenberg was a visionary, a blacksmith, goldsmith, publisher, and most importantly, an inventor. In an era where books were luxury items carefully hand-copied by scribes, Gutenberg saw an opportunity for change. He spent many years perfecting his groundbreaking invention. And around 1450, the world saw the first ever printing press, a machine that was set to revolutionize the way we share information. But what made Gutenberg's press so revolutionary? The answer lies in two words: movable type. Unlike the traditional method of carving an entire page of text into a single block of wood, Gutenberg's press used individual letters that could be rearranged to form different words, sentences, and pages. This was a game changer. It meant faster production, fewer errors, and most importantly, books became more accessible and affordable. Gutenberg's press was much more than a mechanical marvel. It was a key that had the potential to unlock the vast treasure chest of knowledge that had been reserved for the privileged. With this key, Gutenberg didn't just reshape the world of print, he reshaped the world itself, paving the way for an unprecedented spread of information, ideas, and learning. Gutenberg's invention was about to unlock the treasure chest of knowledge. The printing press, a simple machine, set off a complex chain reaction in society. This wasn't just about the creation of books, it was about the creation of accessibility. Before the printing press, books were rare, costly, and primarily in Latin, a language understood by a select few. With Gutenberg's invention, the mass production of books became a reality, making them affordable and, importantly, available in vernacular languages. This change was akin to a social earthquake. Suddenly, books were not just for the elite, they were for everyone. This led to an unprecedented surge in literacy rates. In fact, by the end of the 15th century, an estimated 500,000 books had been printed in Europe. But it wasn't just about reading. It was about the spread of ideas. The printing press allowed for the rapid and widespread dissemination of knowledge, sparking debates and discussions that would have been unthinkable in the previous era. It gave birth to an information revolution, similar to the internet's role today. Consider the impact on science. Before the printing press, scientific knowledge was often trapped in the minds of scholars, or at best, in a few handwritten manuscripts. But with the dissemination of printed books, scientific ideas could be shared, scrutinized, and built upon, accelerating the pace of scientific discovery. And let's not forget the arts. The printing press also played a crucial role in democratizing art. Artistic techniques and styles could now be shared and studied across borders, leading to a cross-pollination of ideas that fueled the Renaissance. In essence, the printing press did more than print books. It transformed society by democratizing knowledge. It made information accessible to the masses, sparking intellectual curiosity and fostering a culture of learning and debate. Think about it. A world where knowledge was once locked away, now opened up, thanks to a simple machine. The printing press democratized knowledge and sparked intellectual curiosity. It truly was a revolution in the dissemination of knowledge. The ripple effects of Gutenberg's invention reached far beyond literacy. The printing press became a catalyst for change, sparking two of the most transformative periods in European history: the Reformation and the Renaissance. Imagine a fire being lit in a dark room. That's what the printing press did for the human mind during the Renaissance. Suddenly, art, science, philosophy, and literature were no longer the preserve of the elite. These disciplines became accessible to a much wider audience, sparking an extraordinary period of creativity and innovation. The works of Dante, Petrarch, and Machiavelli, once confined to the libraries of the privileged, were now available to anyone who could read. The printing press democratized knowledge, allowing for the free exchange of ideas, and it was this exchange that fueled the intellectual fire of the Renaissance. But the printing press did more than fuel the Renaissance. It was also instrumental in the Reformation, a religious revolution that rocked the foundations of the Catholic Church. Martin Luther, a German theologian, famously nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the Wittenberg Castle Church, criticizing the church's practices. Luther's theses were quickly printed and distributed across Europe, sparking widespread debate and leading to the birth of Protestantism. Without the printing press, Luther's ideas may have remained local hearsay, but with it, they became a continent-wide movement. The printing press gave people access to new ideas, and with these new ideas came the power to question, to challenge, and to change. The authority of the church was questioned, the feudal system was challenged, and the world as it was known began to change. The press was a tool, but it was also a weapon. It was a weapon of knowledge, of ideas, of change. The printing press was not just a technological innovation, it was a societal catalyst. The printing press laid the foundation for the modern world as we know it. This is not an overstatement, but rather a testament to the monumental role of Johannes Gutenberg's invention in shaping our society. The printing press transformed education, making knowledge more accessible. Before its invention, books were a luxury only the wealthy could afford. However, with the ability to mass-produce books, they became readily available to the common folk. This accessibility of knowledge empowered people to educate themselves, fostering a society where literacy was no longer a privilege, but a right. The printing press, in essence, democratized education. In the realm of science, the printing press played an equally pivotal role. Scientific research and discoveries were no longer confined to the laboratories or the minds of the scientists. They could now be printed, shared, and scrutinized by the wider scientific community. This not only accelerated scientific progress but also fostered a culture of transparency and collaboration. The societal impact of the printing press cannot be overstated. It gave birth to the concept of the public sphere, where people could engage in open, informed discourse. Newspapers, pamphlets, and books fueled debates, encouraged critical thinking, and facilitated the spread of new ideas. This ultimately led to societal advancements, such as the Enlightenment, the Age of Reason, and even the American and French revolutions. Moreover, the printing press changed the way we communicate. It standardized languages, solidifying grammar and spelling. It allowed for the preservation of cultural heritage and history in printed form, ensuring that generations to come would have access to the wisdom of the past. In summary, the printing press was not just an invention, it was a revolution. It tore down the walls of knowledge, making it accessible to all. It paved the way for the modern world, fostering a culture of literacy, scientific progress, societal discourse, and cultural preservation. The printing press was the spark that ignited the flame of progress. It set the stage for subsequent technological advancements and continues to inspire us as we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of knowledge dissemination. While the printing press revolutionized the 15th century, our era is defined by a digital revolution. This digital revolution, much like the printing press in its time, has once again transformed the way we disseminate and consume knowledge. The evolution from printed to digital media has marked a significant shift, one that has made knowledge even more accessible and widespread. Think back to the time when the printing press was first invented. It was a game changer. It made books affordable and available to the masses, democratizing knowledge in a way that was previously unimaginable. But now, we live in a time where the entire wealth of human knowledge can be accessed from a device we carry in our pockets. The internet, e-books, online libraries, digital archives, and even social media platforms have all played their part in this digital dissemination of knowledge. They have not only made information more accessible but also more interactive and engaging. We've moved from static, printed pages to dynamic multimedia content. We've seen the rise of interactive learning platforms that use gamification to make education fun and engaging. However, it's not just about making knowledge more accessible. The digital revolution has also made it easier for people to contribute their own ideas and insights. It's a two-way street now. We're no longer just consumers of knowledge, but also contributors. This shift has also led to a democratization of knowledge creation. Today, anyone with an internet connection can share their ideas with the world, making for a more diverse and inclusive knowledge ecosystem. This is the power of digital media. It's not just about spreading knowledge, but also about empowering people to create and share their own. But as we revel in the marvels of the digital age, it's important to remember that it all started with the printing press. This simple yet revolutionary invention set the stage for the knowledge explosion we are witnessing today. The printing press was a starting point, a spark that lit the fire of knowledge dissemination that continues to burn brightly today.